Hello and welcome to Kern County at Large. I am Martha Millan. A lot of joy comes during the Christmas season when people give, and the folks over at KCAL are actually doing just that for the families in need, especially after the drought that we have here in California. Joining me live is Yazid KCAL, and he's the Agency Relations Tech at KCAL, and of course KCAL is Community Action and Partnership of Kern. So tell me, what kind of help are you providing this year, especially after the drought?
We are doing drought distributions about 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times a week. Areas that were affected heavily by the drought. We're talking rural areas, outlying areas in Kern County, in which the vast majority of the people who live there work in agriculture. So what we're doing is we are sending anywhere from 600 to 1,200 emergency food boxes per day and handing them out to those who are definitely in need.
And how can those in need get the help?
If they are in need of help, all they have to do is dial 211, and the operator will let them know the dates and times of the distribution in their area.
And there's different areas throughout the county,
throughout
right?
Throughout the county, yeah. Besides our emergency food drought distribution, we do have 105 distribution sites throughout the county. So almost regardless of where you live, if you dial 211, the operator will be more than happy to help you find a location where you can go to find assistance.
And you're not alone in making the difference in the lives of these families in need. You have other organizations that are involved. Tell me more.
Absolutely. Besides just the food bank, 211 will be able to help people find assistance if they need help with their PG&E bills, if they need help with daycare, if they need any kind of other help. We do work with dozens of different organizations. Right now, during our drought distribution, we do work very closely with the Department of Human Services, because a lot of people before the drought did have jobs. They weren't in need of any kind of government assistance, but now unfortunately they are in need and they don't know who to turn to. So when they do come out during the evenings or early Saturday morning in order to receive the emergency food boxes, the Department of Human Services are there to let them know of the services, what they can and can't do, and help them fill out any application and answer any of their questions.
Now you say that, we're talking families in need because of the drought. Tell me just how many families have you helped so far?
Since March, we have helped 35,426 families.
And that's in Kern County alone?
That's just Kern County alone.
And these are all families that were affected by the drought?
Yes. A lot of people think people who are affected by the drought are just the people who work in the fields. However, people who work in the fields, it's a very broad area. It's not just the people who do the picking, but it's also people who work at the plants, the foremen, the contractors who work with the farms to find people work, as well as even truck drivers who get produce from farms and take them to stores in other areas.
Now, I know that the second annual Feed the Need food drive took place at the fair. How'd that work out?
It worked out great. We did receive several thousand pounds of food as well as fair meat. That food was taken back to our warehouse in which it was sorted. Our volunteers went through, made sure nothing's damaged or expired, boxed them up, put them away, and then we had 72 of our agencies come get the stuff and take them back out to their communities. All in all, through our pantries, we serve anywhere from 6,000 to 7,000 families per month. So it was definitely a huge help.
So I know that a lot of kids out there are bringing those cans of foods to their teachers and trying to just bring as many as they can and help out. That's also helping you out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure exactly, but off the top of my head and seeing how much food came in through just the food drives at the schools, I would estimate well over 10,000 pounds. And that 10,000 pounds will end up actually serving thousands of families in Kern County.
So, that kind of donation, the donations that some of the fairgoers helped with, and in addition, you had this anonymous donor, right?
Yes, we have a donor who's helped us pretty much the last couple of years. They donate fair meat. They encourage the kids to raise livestock, then they purchase the livestock from the kids, and then the meat is donated back to the food bank in which we send it out to our community. We have about 72 agencies throughout Kern County in which we do call them. We allocate them an amount of meat based on how many families they serve per month, and then they take that meat back out to the community.
Now, last year, without the present drought, you gave out almost 8 million pounds of food. So what are you expecting this year, especially with the drought?
We're expecting over 10 million pounds of food, especially because we have distributed since May over 75,000 emergency food boxes, and each box is about 35 pounds. So definitely over 10 million pounds of food it will be this year.
Wow. Now, I do know that more than 2 million so far whose jobs have been affected by the drought are in the Central Valley alone, right?
Yes.
So it does make a difference when you do have those donations coming in, but it also makes a difference when you have those volunteers coming to help. And you are always in need of volunteers, right?
Absolutely. 80% of our operation is run by volunteers, and that's pretty amazing, considering that we help feed over 30,000 individuals in Kern County per month. We definitely can always use help from volunteers. If anyone wants to volunteer, all they have to do is contact us. I'll be more than happy to even give them a tour, show them the operation. We are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. our warehouse. So we could, if anyone ever wants to volunteer, they can always just come in, and we'll definitely find them something to help us out with. If it's a large group that wants to volunteer, especially if they have younger children, anyone under the age of 16, what we can do is we could also schedule a Saturday event. Saturday events are always great because it's safer. We don't have anything going on Saturday. There are no orders, there are no forklifts running around. And we can always schedule a group to help us volunteer for a few hours.
And Yazid, you do get parents that come in with kids, right? Who come in with kids, that is.
Yes. It's always great to see parents obviously bring the kids, just to show them how important it is to volunteer. They do come in. We give them an assignment based on, obviously the children's age group. We always encourage parents, obviously, to supervise their kids. So ideally, I'd prefer the ratio to be one parent to every 2 kids, if possible. But we always find them something to do and also explain to them how important it is. Because sometimes we'll have kids come in and all they'll do is help us probably bag up produce. But when you tell them how much produce is going out and how many families it's going to help serve, it really gives them a better understanding of how important it is to volunteer and how any small act of volunteering can definitely go a long way.
Have you had any feedback from parents or even just the reaction that you've had in children?
Yes, a lot of them say they thought volunteering was fun. It never would have occurred to them. They think it's just work, and they really do enjoy it. And we've also noticed some groups volunteer every year on an annual basis, especially like the Girl Scout groups. I've seen them several times volunteer the same group over and over, and it's always interesting to see their feedback.
And these are the kids who are going to be volunteers definitely when they're adults, because they're learning at such a young age just how important that is. Well, thank you so much for being here and continue to do the work that you do. We do appreciate you being here and giving us this valuable information.
Okay.
And stay with us. We'll be right back.